The time has come, the walrus said.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome! I'm Jockey, I'm here with Jaina, and today we are playing Earthbound, aka Mother as it's known in Japan. This is also known as Earthbound Beginnings here in the United States, but that's a bit of a confusing can of worms. For now, welcome to Mother. I had pretty much no experience in the Mother trilogy, because there's 3 games total, and I was just looking for games to play, and this one caught my eye, and upon beating it, which I did in this save file here, it has been just one of the most charming and remarkable RPGs on the NES, so I had to do a Let's Play of it for you guys. So let's just get it started. What is this boy's name? We have a character here we get to name, and they are officially known as Ninten. Don't worry about that extra little question mark there, that'll go away, we don't have to do like a blank space or anything. What is this girl's name? This girl's name is Anna. What is this boy's name? Right now we're just naming the main characters, as you can kind of tell. Lloyd. Last but not least we have this character here, Teddy. And what is your favorite food? Now there is a canonical answer for what is Ninten's favorite food, and Ninten is the character eating it, but I feel like the game's asking me personally, so we might as well answer honestly. Pizza. Is this okay? Yep, that we're gonna go with those settings exactly. In the early 1900s, a dark shadow covered a small country town in rural America. At that time, a young married couple vanished mysteriously from their home. The man's name was George. The woman's name was Maria. 2 years later, as suddenly as he left, George returned. He never told anyone where he had been or what he had done, but he began an odd study, all by himself. As for Maria, his wife, she never returned. "80 years have passed since then. And just like that, we're thrown into the game. We're able to move around. Of course we can move in 4 directions, but interestingly, for an NES game, it's one of the few ones where you can move diagonally by holding down and left or down and right, up, left, up, right, that sort of stuff. Movement can be a bit somewhat janky, and one thing that's always getting on my nerves in this game, instead of being context sensitive, like when we click on this lamp, it doesn't just tell us about the lamp, we now have to choose, do we want to talk to it? Do we want to use a good on it? Like, what do we want to do with this lamp? That's one of my favorite improvements that Final Fantasy on the NES makes over most other RPG series, is that it makes the interaction very context sensitive. It knows, as soon as you go up to a character and push the A button, you mean to talk to them. And as soon as you go up to a treasure chest and push the A button, you mean to open it. But in classic RPGs like this, and in like Phantasy Star and Dragon Warrior, you gotta go through that little menu. So we're playing as the character Ninten, who we named just a bit earlier. That whole story of George and Maria doesn't seem to relate to us much right now, but that's because we're just kind of thrown in here. Anyway, let's go ahead and leave our bedroom. And it appears the lamp has an issue with us. Lamp draws near. We've literally been playing the game for about 5 minutes, and the lamp wants us dead. So here we have the battle menu, pretty simple. Right now all we can do is fight, we don't have any sort of PSI attacks. All we can do is attack. It's just kind of a war of attrition right now with this lamp. There we go. Lamp doesn't move anymore. Why the lamp attacked us? We don't quite know. The whole house seems to be suffering from something. Let's head in here.
Brother, I'm so scared. The lamp seems to be alive.
Looks like we got another lamp here fighting with our sister. The battle layout itself is very simple, just kind of a black background. All the text is displayed up top. But you know what, it's fine. That's all this game really needs. Let's check out this room.
Help me.
Alright. I'll help my other sister, presumably. doll draws near. Looks like we got a baby doll we gotta fight. The dialogue in the text box up top can be an absolute treat sometimes, so it's nice to read. Smash! Doll suffered damage of 4. Yep, that smash with the big text is a critical hit. And critical hits, leveling up, experience, like all these stats that are going up, these are all familiar terms to people who know RPGs well. If you don't happen to know RPGs well, it's pretty simple. You do a move, your enemy does a move, and then that plays out. The phenomenon has stopped, for the moment. It seems the doll is back to being just normal. Oh, I hit talk. Inside the doll, Nintendo spotted an old music box. As the music box was wound up, a melody began to play. And those first 4 notes just suddenly play out to us, and we remember the tune. If we actually go ahead and look at our state here, we can see we have now learned a new music track in that bottom right corner there.
Brother, here's some juice. You are thirsty, aren't you?
Apparently I'm very thirsty because I can ask you for an infinite amount of juice. Thanks, sis. As you can see, my inventory has just been filled with orange juice. You might as well have some. That's just a health recovery item.
Nintendo, are you alright? Egad, what is happening to our house? I wish your dad were here now. Maybe... The telephone. Nintendo, please get it.
Alright. Nintendo, grab the telephone. This is your dad. Well, it seems like a poltergeist. I'm not exactly sure how to... but your great-grandfather studied PSI. You might find something in the basement to help. But I left the basement key someplace. I can't remember exactly where. Anyhow, son, you're my only hope. It's time for you to go on a little adventure and explore the potential of your powers. Power is not to be taken lightly. Nintendo, go for it. But remember to come back and check on our family. Bye. Oh, phone me and I will save your progress. Call me whenever you want. So, kind of breaking the fourth wall there, just telling us exactly how the father on the phone works if you go ahead and talk to him again. This is your dad. I've transferred $50 into your account. After the amount you've spent, the balance is $50. What do you know? Spend your money wisely. Well then, to the next level requires 18 experience for Nintendo. By the way, do you want to save? Yeah, we'll go ahead and save. So, the dad is a save mechanic, but he also tells you how much experience you need to level up. And also, typically in RPGs when you kill enemies you get money. In this case, they be a bit more realistic about it. For every enemy you kill, you can then go to your dad on the phone and get money from him deposited into your account. And you don't even just get the money directly into your pocket, you just get it sent to your cash card, which you then have to use an ATM. So, it's a very realistic approach to that mechanic. So yeah, the door is locked, that's the door to the basement. And as soon as we leave, a new music track starts playing, one that is familiar to people who are a fan of the Super Smash Bros. Series. I absolutely love this track, and there was an incredible cover done from Insane in the Rain with a few other people there.
I believe the morning sun always gonna shine again. And
I could not recommend checking it out more. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Also, an interesting thing about this game is that a lot of the soundtrack was actually recorded in like a studio and released as an album. And this track actually had vocals by one Catherine... Warwick? Yeah, Catherine Warwick. And she sang this when she was very young, but she did an incredible job on it. I also recommend that.
I believe the sky's forever blue. Why shouldn't I believe this thing in you?
Here we have this dog. You can converse with animals. I can tell from the fact that I'm talking to you. Tell you a secret. Why don't you check me out? And that's hinting that you should use the check command on the dog. There, on the dog's collar was the basement key. So we'll go ahead and pick that up and head back into the house. By the way, people who are familiar with the Super Smash Bros. Series will definitely recognize that music track, but they also might find this main character's design similar to Ness, a character in Super Smash Bros. This character is Nintendo, who is completely different. Ness is the main protagonist of the second Mother game, and we'll get around to that at some point. I haven't beaten that game. I've only beaten this one. Like I said at the start of the episode, I gave this game a shot, I beat it, I really liked it, so I wanted to do a Let's Play of it as soon as possible without spoiling myself with the mechanics of Mothers 2 and 3. So if you guys have any advice or ideas about the Mother 2 and 3 Let's Plays, feel free to leave them in the comments down below, because I still haven't even played those games yet. Anyway, we can go and unlock the door with the basement key here, leading to the basement, where we can open up some presents. We have our great-grandfather's diary. We actually don't have a lot of inventory room. We also have a plastic bat. Yeah, we can't carry anything else. We don't have a lot of inventory room, as you can see, which is kind of cumbersome. Although I think we can just get rid of this key now. Oh, never mind. I guess we'll get rid of this orange juice. So in here we have a plastic bat, which is actually a weapon we can equip by using it. Nintendo equipped the plastic bat nicely. It's no longer in our inventory here. It's not like Final Fantasy where it takes up space. Now if we go to state, we can see, yep, we have the plastic bat equipped. We have one more present here in the basement. There was bread. Nintendo got bread. Okay. Oh, I just opened the map that I don't have. And there are actually enemy encounters down here. We have rats. Notice that the music track for this is different than the ones we had previously when we were fighting the lamps and the dolls, I believe. So now we have our great-grandfather's diary. Let's go ahead and check that. I mean, the bread is just another healing item, just like the orange juice is, so that's not really anything important. But let's see what's in this diary. The diary was hard to read, but open up to this page. Password. The one who lost the tail. The forgotten one. The ship that sails. Kind of a strange password, but, well, it's important, at least for now. The whole premise seems somewhat strange. We had a poltergeist attack our house, our great-grandfather has a secret passcode in his diary. You can kind of fill in the dots, though. The fact that we have the ability to use PSI, or psychic powers, and the fact that our great-grandfather studied psychic powers, not to mention it mentioned that character George having the strange event happen in his life, you can kind of fill in the blanks that we are the great-grandson of that same George they mentioned in the intro. And now we need to kind of learn how to use these PSI powers. As we are walking along, we will face some random encounters, as you would expect from an RPG. And some of these are pretty funny, let me tell you. Hey there, this is a neighbor of ours.
Oh, what can I do? What should I do? Where can I go? Who can I see? What should I do? What should I do? My little Pippi is gone. If you're going to Podunk, please tell the mayor. Oh me, oh my.
Seems that this mother here has lost her daughter Pippi. And they want us to tell the mayor. Here we have a random encounter, this centipede. Now that we have the plastic bat equipped, we do a lot more damage, which is nice. Although currently, there is a bit of a gap to start the game off, I will say. Right now, we're fairly evenly matched with most of the enemies. Like, we still haven't killed this centipede after 3 turns of just beating it over the head, and that's pretty much all we can do. This path here will lead to the town Podunk. We can check this sign here, and it'll tell us, welcome to Podunk. Once we reach this town, we no longer have wild encounters. It's important also to talk to everybody to get important dialogue. Did a poltergeist visit your house? It tore mine apart. So apparently this has happened to a bunch of the different houses. I'm certain that someone will tell us about this. In fact, maybe they're in here. Hey, little mouse.
I'm the noisy mouse. Some buildings you can enter, some you cannot. If the door is round or has a sign, go on inside. The rest of the doors will not open for you. Bye.
Alright, see you later, little mouse. It is strange how Nintendo can talk to animals, but it's probably linked to his psychic powers. And yeah, as the mouse said now, is about to suggest the doors that are round we can go in, or if they have a sign out in front of them. But those square doors here, we can't go in this no matter what. It's just to fill up space.
Don't tell me you've been south of the cemetery.
Okay, so there's a cemetery down south. The Canary Village is northwest of here. It's a nice place to visit, and admission is free.
The animals went mad and out of control. The dead became zombies and began attacking people? What can be done?
This world is kind of in chaos. I mean, the animals going crazy, zombies suddenly happening, lamps attacking people. But you know, it doesn't take itself very seriously. I mean, we literally just walked into town as a kid and beat up a centipede on the way. A lot of the charm of this game actually comes from the strangeness of everything. Things don't quite make sense. How are there zombies? How are there animals going crazy? That's not super important, at least not right now. Whenever you get tired, just drop by our inn. We have a hotel here that can restore our health and everything. We don't quite need that right now. We have plenty of items, and it does cost money. Be honest, you're a zombie, aren't you? No, not as far as I'm concerned. Are you really a human? Yeah. It's amazing you came here. I wonder what happened. Hold on, no. Let's see what happens if I tell him I'm a zombie. Yes, I'm a zombie. There's no cure for zombies. Ah! He ran away. He's gone. I like that he is just like asking us. He like leveled with us, like everything. Come on, tell me you're a zombie. Like as if a zombie would say, yeah, okay, I'm a zombie. I haven't seen that dialogue, that's amazing. We have a department store here, and I love this music track. It's just so charming. That's the best way I can describe the music in this game. So here's an ATM where we can use our cash card, and we can withdraw or deposit money. Thing is, the only punishment for getting game overs of this is we lose half of whatever money we have on us. If we don't deposit, or sorry, if we don't withdraw any money, we have nothing to lose. We just get sent back to our house, which isn't that far away. So honestly, right at the beginning of the game, without withdrawing any money, it is a great time to start grinding, which is why that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I know this was kind of a sad first part, like you guys want to see more of this game. I certainly want to get to more of this game, and I'm gonna get that grinding done as soon as possible, so don't worry. But we're gonna get started with this series right after I do just a tad bit of grinding. And actually, I'll do a couple battles on screen because a couple of them are kind of charming and I want to show off. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, there is a run button if we hold down the B button, which is nice. You know, games like Final Fantasy and Pokemon didn't quite have that. Look at this! We're being attacked by a hippie! And we got this, like, Johnny Be Good style music playing here. You can tell that this game, A, takes place in America, and B, the developers honor that. Looks like we missed our attack. Hippie used Bullhorn. Your mother is calling for you. And Nintendo believed it. Nintendo's fight decreased by 6. This game, ladies and gentlemen, it's something. Our fight decreased by 0. Yeah, I don't think it could decrease much more anyway. Oh, okay, there we go. We got him. The hippie regained all senses, so we didn't kill a random hippie. They just, I guess, were under some control, and we fought them, kicked the sense back into them. Yeah, this game is special, alright. So with that said, I can't wait to see you guys for this entire Let's Play. I'm gonna have an absolute blast. I'll see you guys then. Have yourself a very good day.